So I didn't want to do 2 listy episodes back-to-back days, but I decided, looking at the amount of time we have left before the big day, if any of you want to heed my recommendations, I wanted to give you enough time to track some of this stuff down, put it together, and make it happen. Because today, by popular demand from absolutely no one, me, Dynamo, Susan Mars, are going to build you the perfect Halloween party playlist. Get your headphones on and your dancing shoes rocking. I'll see you on the other side.
Listen to them, children of the night. What music they make.
Alive! It's alive! It's alive!
I got news for you, pal. You ain't leading but 2 things right now. Jack and shit. Jack left town.
Okay, yo, flip you. Do what? Flip you. Flip you for real. Y'all think us folks from the country's real funny like, don't you? Jerry, I love the mule, Ma. I'm Mr. Britt. I've got to get me some education, Jerry. You ass.
Ash. Death is a bitch. A stupid bitch.
What's up, y'all? This is Dynamo Mars. Now, I've never had a party like the ones in the movies, but I'm kind of going to build this playlist of a combination of reality and fantasy. Sort of like talking, part of this you might think takes place in a party that might happen at one of those industrial clubs that 90s movies were so proud of showing, or one of those ripping, outrageous keggers that you would see in 80s teen films. But when putting together a perfect playlist for a party, in my opinion, there are 2 ways to do it. Just basic background music, or like have your party really dictate the mood of the party. And that's kind of what I'm going for here. I feel like when I'm building a party playlist, being a fan of music, I don't necessarily want it in the background. I want it in just that perfect place where it's a conversation piece. And later on, people are dancing and really getting down, But the first thing you want to do is start out a little mellow. Your party's empty, there's no good at having, big beats or ripping rock and roll going on. Like, you want to have something mellow, but you want to stay with the theme. You want it to be Halloween horror-based music. So, do you have your pen? Do you have your paper? Here's how you want to start the night out. Now, here's your little part of playlist. You want to start the night out, and you want to start the night out like this, because Halloween is a time of year, and Halloween parties specifically are a time of year where everyone gets to take part on the lifestyle that we hold so near and dear. I know it's very easy to be alienating about it and call them, bandwagon jumpers, but, it's cool. Everybody gets to dip their feet in the eyeliner and black and red and everything else that is our whole year. And you don't want them to feel too incredibly uncomfortable when walking into your Halloween party for the first time. So, if you throw on something that's engaging, like Evan Dando's cover of Skulls, or Re Your Brains by Jonathan Colton, John Byron's Zombie Attack of the 80s from the Paranorman soundtrack is a great little mellow track to have in the background. Show Me Your Fangs by local boy Matt Nathanson. Legion of Doom by probably my favorite horror band of all time as of late, The Independents. The Dresden Dolls do a phenomenal mellow version of science fiction double feature, which is both engaging, but it doesn't have all the arrangements. It's just guitar and Amanda Palmer's vocals. Perfect for what's going on right now. And then A New Beginning by Wolfie's Just Fine. All these songs are things that in Hollywood, Forever Cemetery is by Father John Misty. All these things are things that are like, they're not morbid, they're not funeral dirges, but they're mellow and they're good, and there may be good conversation pieces for the first person that comes in. That, you know, somebody who only knows Matt Nathanson from his radio song goes, "This is Matt Nathanson singing about show me your fangs and monsters and everything else," and you say, "Yeah, dude, yeah, it is." We're an hour or so in. The party's ripping. We're playing board games or something else. Like, you know, we're having a good time. The booze is flowing. You want some music to reflect that. You know, you want it to be aggressive, but you don't want it to be, you know, Cookie Monster heavy metal. I don't think you don't want it to be. You want it to be fun, you know, but you want it to be tapping your feet and be, yeah, you know what I mean? Like the point of the night where people are starting to let it all hang out, but they're not ready to dance yet. Let's not go too crazy. Dancing is a tough transitional thing that you'll have to show me. I'll show you how to make happen here. But, you know, you want to have some rock and roll, but nothing real heavy, nothing real aggressive, but things that are dark and interesting and you know, upbeat, like Dark Angel by the Independents, Killing Spree and Zero Gravity by the Black Cat Attack. That's a good one, you know. Get people rocking and maybe bring in, you know, make the metal fans feel welcome. This is Halloween by the Misfits, you know, one of the greatest just Halloween anthems of all time. What does Franny know by a band that I love dearly called the Evil Streaks. You know, you can't have a Halloween party without having Party Time from the Return of the Living Dead soundtrack. Come on, you know, you just can't do it. Shot in the Dark by Ozzy. Her Dark Wings by Danzig. No Spill Blood by Oingo Boingo. Bloody Knife, Bloody Night. Bloody Night, Bloody Knife. Your Neck by Alkaline Trio. These are all songs that are like rock and roll songs, but, you know, they're all like really, really, you know, in the horror theme. They're going to keep people really, you know, the people who are listening are still going to remain engaged. And as background music, it's just great music to play games to party, to have a good time. Now we're starting to transition to that part of the night where the early morning, you know, we're at 11 p.m. right now, you know. Shit that people are going to regret is going to happen. People are going to pair off into other rooms, but the brave ones are going to start wanting to dance a little bit. But you gotta hit that. You gotta make that happen slowly. So what you want to happen here is some pop music, some very dancey music, but not necessarily dance music. You don't want it to all of a sudden go from like rock and roll to turn into a dance party, and the people that don't want to dance, like, that's the scariest fucking thing. All of a sudden, like, they look like a deer in the headlights. They're like, I gotta go. I was playing Pictionary a second ago, and now there's a girl dancing. I have to go. I've never kissed a girl. Trust me, I've been there. So, you know, you want to hit things like, you know, I talked about Halloween anthems. Ministry's original Every Day is Halloween. Hall of Heads by They Might Be Giants. Dead Man's Party by Clear Static. Ribbons by Sisters of Mercy, and Lucretia My Reflection by Alkaline Trio. These are all songs that will kind of get things moving to where you want to be, because you have a party for your friends, you know, but, you know, if you're really having a party for your close friends, you're inviting 4 or 5 people over, you know. This is a party that you're probably having to, like, you know, get some action, you know, maybe, you know, have a good time, you know, have some memorable stories to tell. So you want this party to end in a full-out, half-naked, dancing Halloween debacle. That's been your goal all along. From the opening note of Zombie Attack in the 80s to right now, your plan is to get that girl in the office who's now dressed like a sexy cat making out with the girl from the office who's dressed like a sexy maid. That's been your job. And we're going to make it happen. We're going to start things off by our only deviation of the horror theme. But I found this album recently, and I think that if you can find somebody not to dance, this is like, you know, the you know, the truth serum equivalent of dancing. If somebody can sit through this and not full out get down, not just tap their feet, it's the perfect dancing icebreaker, because everybody's going to be moving. Somebody might be like, holy shit, a dance party's going on, and then they're like, I'm dancing too, I didn't even know. And that is Dream Machine by Laserhawk. Not a horror song, but we're being a little manipulative here. Then Anonymous by Shinola Caves, from the Beyond the Black Rainbow soundtrack, the one song in there. Now that brings it down a little bit, but then you're going to bring it up with this mashup that my dear friend Johnny Wolfenstein got for me, which is The Ghost That Feeds. It's a mashup of The Hand That Feeds and Ghostbusters, and people are going to be like, this is fucking crazy, what's happening? I don't even know what's happening. It's like Ghostbusters, but it's 9 Inch Nails. And then you're gonna hit them with like something a little, a little more Halloweeny, but still real dancey, which is Chainsaw Slashers by VHS Glitch. Then you're gonna hit him with Dress to Kill by Dance to the Dead, and then Until the Last Breath by Dead Soul, and then A Question at a Time by Depeche Mode. So none of these little segments of parties, except for maybe the first one, will be quite enough to fill up your whole night of music. If you're, if you have a 7 p.m. door time and are hoping for a 5 a.m. exit, you have a lot of exit music to fill, especially on the dance end of things. But if you follow the inertia, if you follow the perpetual motion that these snippets of playlists gave you, you will have the awesome Halloween party that you've always dreamed of having. And you can thank me later. All I ask is when Sexy Maid and Dressed Like a Cat happens, it's photographs. It's not a lot to ask. But you will go... Two things will happen. When you return to work on Monday, no one will be able to look you in the eye because of how bad of a dancer you are and how much of your body they saw. And you will say, I had the best Halloween party of all time. And it was all because the music that was shown to me by Dynamo Party Master. I actually just named myself that. That's not one that... Whiskey Drinking Father of all the Funky, someone else did that. But Party Master, that comes right from the heart. Until next time, enjoy your party. And let me know how it goes.
Wouldn't it be beautiful to be really in the presence of a ghost or being from another plane?